Welcome back to the deep dive. You've probably seen them, right? Those online stores that pop up in your feed and they're advertising, I don't know, high-end gear for just ridiculously low prices.
Uh-huh. Sites like Myartisio.com, where you're left wondering, is this for real?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Is this the deal of a lifetime or just a trap? So today, we dove into the sources, not to just pick apart one site, but to really build a definitive checklist for you.
So you can vet any questionable retailer out there.
Okay, let's unpack this and stop falling for these clones.
Well, the first thing from our sources seems pretty basic, but it's the key. If the price is so far below market value that it feels, fictional,
It probably is.
it probably is. That's your first major red flag. But what's interesting is that modern scam sites, they don't just fail on price, they fail on their whole digital identity.
So let's start there with the immediate, the visual check that takes seconds. The first red flag is often hiding right in the product images.
Right. These operations aren't investing in real photo shoots. So you're not just looking for blurry pictures. You should be asking, are these photos even original?
And how do you check that?
It's actually pretty simple. You take one of their product photos and just run it through a reverse image search.
Like Google Lens.
Google Lens, Tiny, yeah. If that same picture immediately links you back to, say, the official page of a big department store, you know the images were just stolen.
So the site is just a high-effort clone trying to look legit. That's a
Yeah.
great tip.
Right.
Okay, so say the images pass the test. Where do we go next?
The business identity. This is where it gets fascinating because you can expose a fake so quickly just by clicking on About Us or the contact page.
What are we looking for there?
A real store must share verifiable details, a legal company name, a professional email, and I mean not a generic Gmail or Yahoo address.
Physical address, right. But scammers can just make one up.
They can, but there's a trick. Our sources pointed to the Google Maps reality check. You don't just check that the address exists. You use Street View to see what's actually there.
Oh, I see. So if they claim to be a massive warehouse.
Exactly. And the address is a self-storage unit or a vacant lot or, just someone's private house, that disconnect is a massive terminal red flag.
Right. Okay, so moving on. We need to look outside the store's own little bubble. A sketchy site will just have fake 5-star reviews on its own pages.
Which tell you nothing. You have to search for real customer reviews on external unbiased platforms. Think Trustpilot, SiteJabber, even the Better Business Bureau.
And you're not just looking at the star rating.
No, absolutely not. Scammers buy fake reviews in bulk. You need to look for the detailed ones, Reviews that mention specific shipping times or interactions with customer service.
A lack of those is suspicious.
Highly suspicious. And that brings us to the final check on the list, which is the time element.
Which is, how long has this store even existed?
Right. This is a crucial question. You can use a free WHOIS lookup tool, that's WHOIS, to check when the website's domain was registered.
And if it's brand new?
If a site is selling expensive items, has almost no external reviews, and its domain was registered like 3 months ago, you should be extremely cautious. Trust is built over time.
Absolutely. This whole process, it's really a tactical advantage for secure online shopping in a world full of, digital decoys.
It connects to the bigger picture. Knowing this checklist just prevents the financial headache from even starting.
So what does this all mean for you? It means you now have a short, actionable list of technical steps. From reverse image searches to using Google Maps to verify an address.
It's about determining legitimacy, fast.
Use this knowledge, keep your money safe. And here's a final thought for you to chew on. Let's say you go through this entire checklist and you still decide to make a purchase. What specific proactive steps should you research immediately about payment protection?
That's a good question.
The sources hint that knowing the process for a chargeback with your bank, or maybe using a disposable virtual card, is that next critical layer of safety. What's your financial safety net if the checklist fails? Go find out.